Yogis. I'm Tracy, and this is Yoga Union, where people unite in a quest for wellness of body, mind, and spirit. Whether you're a yoga virgin or a seasoned practitioner, Tracy's Yoga Union has a place for your mat. So let's roll those mats out and get started. Today's practice is twofold. We're going to focus on cooling the body down. We're going to do that with counts of 4, so holding our different postures for counts of 4 or repeating them 4 times. So at the same time, we'll be focusing on the number 4 and the numerology behind that number. The number 4 stands for stability, order, and justice. It allows mankind to connect to Earth and Earth back to mankind. So we'll set our intention on that stability, order, and justice in our lives, connecting ourselves to the Earth, cooling ourselves down. So as we begin, let's find that nice, steady, stable mountain pose. I have the sounds of a snowstorm atop a mountain in the background for that cooling effect. So feet hip width distance apart. Really lifting up out of those hips to create some space. Allowing those shoulders to relax down. Relaxing that jaw. Relaxing your cheeks, closing your eyes. Now let's try what's called Sitali breath, the cooling breath. So for Sitali, if you can fold your tongue like a burrito. Typically when you do that, your lips also form a tight O. So if you can't fold your tongue like a burrito, just purse your lips real tight. And we'll inhale through the mouth. As we exhale, close the mouth and let all the warm air come out the nose. So make that burrito or tight O with the lips again. Suck in that cool air. Close the mouth, exhale that hot air through the nose. Another inhale with Sitali. Exhale, closing the mouth, letting that hot air escape through the nose. One more for a total of 4 cooling breaths. Exhale. Now just coming back to that normal breathing, inhaling deeply, filling up the belly. Exhaling also deeply, allowing that belly button to come back to the spine. Inhaling arms up overhead. Exhaling palms back down. Inhale, arms up overhead, big sweeping movements. Exhale those arms back down by our sides. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms back down to our sides. Here's number 4. Inhale up. Now let's exhale those palms through to heart center. Begin to hinge and fold forward, hanging like a rag down here. Allow that head to drop. You can even grab onto opposite elbows and sway side to side. Releasing that low back. Inhale those arms out, up, overhead. As we exhale, let's bring that right arm down to the side and stretch out that left side body. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale it back down, stretching out the left side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch out that left side body. Inhale, lift that right arm. Here's number 4. Exhale. Now let's hold, keeping the front of the body facing the front of the mat. Really stretching out through those left fingertips. Stretching out that left side body. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale those palms to heart center. Begin to hinge and fold forward again. Hanging again like a rag doll. Grabbing onto opposite elbows. Maybe a little shifting here. You can nod the head yes. And then no. Just to work that neck out a bit. Then we'll inhale those arms out and up. Exhale that left arm down. Stretching out the right side body. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Here's number 4. So exhale that left arm down. Keep the front of the body open, stretching out through those right fingertips. Keeping that ear and arm close together. Stretching out the right side of the body here. We inhale up that left arm. Exhale down. And let's come back to mountain and 4 more rounds of our Sitali cooling breath. So form that burrito tongue and tight pursed lips and suck in that cool air. Exhale it out through the nose. Another Sitali. Two more. One more cooling breath. And now let's move that spine in a different way. Still some nice big movements though. Most of our practice will be on our feet with those big cooling movements. Opening the body up instead of restricting it and creating heat. So we'll do 4 rounds of standing camel. So with our feet about hip width apart again like we would in our mountain pose. We're going to bring our low palms to our low backs, the heels of our palms to our backs. We really want to try and bring those elbows together. They won't touch, but try and make them touch. Really bring those shoulder blades down, trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together. And on an inhale, we begin to stretch out through the front of the body. Bend that low back. Open that heart and throat center. On an exhale, we begin to come back to neutral. Still exhaling, we hinge and fold forward. Inhale, slide those fingertips up the front of the legs. Still inhaling. Prepare for that standing cobra. Opening the heart and the throat center. Exhale, coming back to neutral. Exhaling still as we hinge and fold forward. Inhaling as we lift, dragging those fingertips on the fronts of the legs. Still inhaling into that standing cobra. Exhaling as we come back to neutral. Hinging and folding forward. Inhaling as we begin to lift. Still nice deep inhales. We place those low palms on our back and move into that standing camel. Exhaling as we come back to neutral and hinge and fold forward. One more inhale to prepare for our standing camel. And exhaling as we come to neutral. And then hinge and fold forward. Inhale those arms out, up, overhead. Exhale as we bring those palms to heart center. We're going to step the feet wide, keeping the outer edges of the feet lined up with the shorter edges of your mat. Give a nice little tilt in of the hips. Bring those hands to our hips. Inhale here. Exhale, begin to hinge forward with a straight back. Halfway down, we can drop those hands down to the mat, underneath our shoulders here. Before we begin our windmill movements, let's engage the backs of the thighs. So imagine that you have a wall behind you, and you're really trying to keep the backs of both legs touching that wall. Keep the backs of the legs engaged. Let's bring that left hand underneath our nose. Inhale that right arm up for a little twist. Exhale that down. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale it down. Inhale up the right. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. Inhale right. Exhale down. Inhale left arm. Exhale down. Here's number 4. Creating some stability, order, and justice in our life. Holding this posture. Fingertips really reaching towards the sky. Keeping those feet planted. Backs of the legs engaged. Stretching out through the top of the head as well. Exhale that right arm down. Inhale up that left, and we'll hold here. Again, engaging those backs of legs. Stretching out through fingertips and crown. Breathing as we hold this nice little wide-legged twist. Exhale that left arm down. Bring those hands back to our hips. Inhaling up with a nice straight back. We can heel toe those feet together. Finding our mountain. And 4 more rounds of that cooling Sitali breath. Roll that tongue, purse those lips, suck in that cool air. Exhale it out through the nose. Inhale Sitali. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, roll that tongue. Exhale out with the hot air. One more cooling breath. We'll come to the top of our mat. Do some modified sun salutations, moving into a low lunge. Again, big movements, staying on our feet, trying to stay cool. So coming to the front of that mat. Again, feet about hip width apart. Nice straight spine. Allowing those shoulders to relax down. Leveling out your chin, relaxing that jaw, relaxing your face. If you're comfortable with your eyes closed, close those eyes. Gazing inward, focusing on the number 4. Stability, order, and justice. Inhaling arms up overhead. Exhale those palms through to heart center. Step 1 foot back, then the other. We're just stepping back into dog. Real quick stretch here. Walk hands and feet together. Inhale to lift. Exhale those palms to heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Step 1 foot back and the other, stepping right back into a downward dog. Just a little stretch in that dog. Walking those hands and feet together again. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling those palms to heart center. Inhale, lift again. Exhale to fold. Stepping back 1 foot and then the other to downward facing dog. And then coming right back, hands and feet together. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bringing those palms to heart center. Here's our 4th modified sun. Exhaling as we hinge and fold forward. Stepping 1 foot back and then the other. So here's our dog. Let's hold our dog here. We're going to inhale that right leg up. Bend that knee. Try and stretch that knee to the sky. And then see if you can coax that left heel down to the mat. A little stretch here of the hip. Front of the body on that right side. Straighten out that right leg. Bring it on through. Lower that back knee down. Low lunge, so stretching out that left hip. Let's inhale those arms up. Exhale them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. up. Exhale down. Here's our fourth. Inhale up. Let's hold. Really stretching out through arrow straight arms. Spread those fingertips wide and stretch them to the sky. Try to create some space in the spine and in that left hip. Let's lower those hands down and frame that front foot. Tuck those back toes. Step that foot in. Inhale to lift. Exhale to bring those palms through the heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping back into that dog again. Holding the dog to prepare for that low lunge on this side and that hip opener. So inhale that left leg and then bend that knee. Try to touch or stretch that knee to the sky. See if you can coax that right heel down to the mat. Level out that leg. Bring it on through. Lowering that back knee. Low lunge now, stretching out that right hip. We'll inhale those arms up. Exhale them down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Here's number 4, so we'll hold at the top here. Stretching out through arrow straight arms. Try and keep those elbows close to the ears. Creating space in the spine and in that right hip. Lower those hands down to frame that front foot. Tuck those back toes. Bring that back leg in. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower it down. Coming back to our mountain pose. And a few more, 4 to be exact, rounds of that cooling Sitali breath. So curl that tongue and suck in that cool air. Exhale out the hot. Another round. Number 3. And 4th Sitali. So next I've got a great balance flow. We're going to work up to a total of 4 different balances. One will flow to the next, and then we'll flow backwards out of those different balances. And so here we really can focus on that numerology behind that number 4. We're creating true stability here, some true order in our lives by kind of working our way up and working our way down and being just to ourselves by really sticking with that process, right? So here we go, a great balance flow. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, bring those palms to heart center. Our first balance is one-legged tree. So simply lift and bend that right knee. The knee is coming out from the hip. The foot is flexed. We're not leaning back, but keeping that spine straight up and down. So imagine you're lifting up through the crown. Now as we exhale with some control, release that balance. Inhale those arms up overhead again. Exhale, bringing those palms to heart center. One-legged tree on this side. So lifting and bending that left knee. Keeping that knee and hip in a nice line. Foot is flexed. Stretching up through the crown of the head. And as we exhale, don't just release quickly. Do so with some control. Inhaling those arms up overhead again. Exhaling those palms to heart center. We come back to that one-legged mountain. And then from our one-legged mountain, inhale those arms up overhead, bringing that right knee out to the side for tree pose. Soles of the feet can be resting at the calf or down at the ankle. We come back to that one-legged mountain pose first. Then, nice controlled release. Inhaling up again. Exhaling palms to heart center. And into that one-legged mountain on the left side. Finding our stability on one leg. Inhaling arms up. Moving that knee out to the side for our tree pose. Breathing as we hold the tree. Coming back to our one-legged mountain. And then exhaling and releasing with some nice control. Great work. We've got two. Let's add on part number 3. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. We come into that one-legged mountain. Lift those arms up overhead. Right knee out to the side for tree pose. Left arm lifted, we'll sweep the right arm behind. Square up those knees and grab onto that right foot for dancer pose. And working backwards from dancer to our tree. And from tree to our one-legged mountain. And exhaling with a nice, slow release. Other side. Inhaling arms up. Exhaling those palms to heart center. We find our one-legged mountain on the left side. Inhaling those arms up overhead and the left knee out to the side for our tree pose. Finding something you can place your gaze on to help maintain your stability here. Create that order and justice. Sweeping that left arm back behind. behind, squaring up those knees for dancer pose. And working backwards, dancer to tree, and tree to our one-legged mountain. Exhaling with that wonderful control. Again, being just to ourselves to finish out this process. So we've got one balance to add on. Let's see what that is. Here we go. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale those palms to heart center. You know what to do here. One-legged mountain with that right knee bent. Flowing right into that tree. Then into that dancer. And gearing up here for our last balance. But remember, we have to work backwards. All right, we'll wish each other luck here. As we bring palms to heart center, extend that leg behind us for warrior 3 or airplane pose. Airplane, back to our dancer, dancer, tree, and tree to our one-legged mountain. And that nice controlled release. One last flow here for our left side to create that order, right? To balance it out, to stabilize it, and be just to yourself. Finish it out with some real determination. Inhaling those arms up overhead. Exhaling palms to heart center. Inhaling that left knee for our one-legged mountain pose. Flowing to our beautiful tree balance. Sweeping that arm back for our dancer pose. We know balance is always different, left to right, right to left. So as we come into our warrior 3, palms to heart center, left leg extending. You fall out, come back in. Ooh, and when ready, find that dancer. So close. Tree. And that one-legged mountain. Exhaling down, maintaining that control as we exhale down. Maybe shaking out those legs a bit. Mountain pose. We need to cool off with 4 rounds of Sitali breath. Suck in that cool air by making your burrito tongue. Close that mouth and exhale out that warm air through the nose. 3 more rounds. 2 more. Last one. And just a small cool down on our backs so we can have some time in our final relaxation. So I'm going to bring my feet wide with my toes pointed out. My feet are kind of straddling my mat there. Inhaling, arms up and overhead. Exhaling, just coming into a nice little yoga squat here. Opening up the inner parts of our thighs. Again, trying to lift up out through those hips. And then bringing those arms behind. Easing onto our backs. Just a little stretching here. Inhale that right leg up. Toes are flexed. Then let's point those toes and flex them. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. With that leg flexed, open up the right leg, or with those toes flexed, open up that right leg out to the right. You can support it with your hand there. Bend that right knee. Bring it over the left side of the body just for a little twist here. Inhale that knee back to center. Straighten out that right leg and inhale the left leg up. And we'll point and flex those toes. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Toes flexed. Open that left leg up out to the side. You can support it with your right or your left hand there. Bend that left knee. And then bring that knee across the right side of the body just for a little twist here. Inhale that knee back to center. Stretch that left leg out. Create some space in between your legs. Let those toes flop open to either side. Arms out a little distance from either side of your body. Palms up. And we've made it to our Shavasana, where our mind, body, spirit can truly process all of that work we've just done. And let's come back to end here with that thought of number 4. Inhaling to the count of 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. fingers and toe tips. And then stretch out from those fingertips to toe tips. Give a quick squeeze of those knees into the chest. And then roll to one side. Pushing up to easy pose, our cross-legged seated position. Inhaling those arms up overhead one last time. Exhaling those palms to heart center. Namaste. Peace. And stay cool.